We've spoken at length about the concept of being a trans person, whereby you identify as a gender that's different to the one you were born with. Tell me about not transrational, forgive me, transracial.
Yes, exactly. So this comes from, I hadn't heard this before this week, Mark, and I doubt many people have either. Singer Oli London, who I also haven't heard of, he is both white and British, and he spent years and thousands of pounds trying to, and no doubt lots of pain as well, Mark, trying to become his Korean idol. And now some have said, actually, you've gone too far. Because as I say, he spent over £100,000. He's had so much work done that even Jackie Stallone, Mark, is saying, oh, you might want to make better life choices. But that's not why he's angered the woke mob. You know, they're not against cosmetic surgery. Whatever has happened here is actually, I think it goes to the very heart of the inherent lack of logic behind much of the woke Twitter argument.
Yes.
So they're actually saying to him, you can't be biracial. So he's saying, I'm no longer British. I'm instead a non-binary Korean. That's what he means by that. And the Twitter mob are saying, well, actually, that's racist. You can't say that. And he's replied saying, well, if you can be transsexual, then you can be transracial, arguing that he feels as though he's in the wrong body and therefore it's the same logical thread. And I say, well, actually, if, Mark, you're on the side of the fence, and whilst I've said this many times on this show before, nothing but sympathy for many trans men, many trans women, but I do not have sympathy for the argument that denies biological men and women existing. If we're denying biological truth and the established science, let's not forget, that's behind that, well, why can't some, no doubt, individual that probably just needs a hug and some therapy say that actually he identifies as Korean? Because it's this, if you follow that sort of truth-denying logic, then you, of course, can reach these conclusions.
If you're born a man with the male reproductive organs, Darren, and then you identify as a woman, you are a biological male that wants to be called she, which I think we've agreed on this show is not a problem. And
no,
if Bob becomes Rebecca, then as far as I'm concerned, she is Rebecca, and good luck to her and congratulations. But it's the same thing that if you're born English and you feel that I want to identify as Jamaican, the logic would go, again, good luck to you, because that's your personal choice how you identify. It doesn't stop you being English, but if you want to feel like you're Jamaican, knock yourself out.
Yeah, so everything like DNA just gets completely ignored, and it's how you feel. It's how a person feels inside. That's what matters, Mark.
I mean, what's more dangerous, the woke reaction to this or Oli London's identification as being racial? Which is the problem here?
I actually don't think that Oli London is the problem here. I think Oli London has pointed out the inherent sort of illogicality actually at the very heart of all of this, the discussions that we have week in, week out, which is that if you deny that biological women and men exist, if you deny that sex segregated spaces should exist and all the rest of it, then you are denying fact and reality.
Now,